All right, so are you ready to really kind of like get into it today?
I am, yeah.
Because um, you shared this really interesting YouTube video,
Yeah?
and it's from the Seekers Guild,
Hmm.
and it's talking about this idea of, is Earth a prison planet
Right.
or a cosmic classroom?
Yeah.
And it's a pretty intense video.
Yeah, it's a lot to take in.
Yeah, it is. It really is a lot to take in.
Yeah.
So let's kind of just start unpacking it.
Okay.
Um, One of the things that I noticed right away is how quickly it jumped into the prison planet idea.
Yeah, and it really starts out kind of like fear-based, right? It's
Yeah.
like, are we being manipulated?
Yeah, yeah.
Is our energy being harvested?
Right.
Are we slaves? It's a lot of stuff that is pretty heavy
Yeah.
to start out with.
That's a lot.
But then, it sort of, brings up this idea of what if it's not a prison planet?
Right.
What if it's more like a cosmic classroom?
Right. So like instead of being trapped, we're here to learn.
Yeah, exactly. It kind of turns it on its head and says, maybe these challenges that we're facing are really opportunities.
Right. So like, are there teachers though?
Well, that's a good question. I mean, the video doesn't really go into like who specifically is teaching, but it kind of points to this idea that maybe every experience is a lesson,
Oh, I see.
even the ones that are really difficult.
Okay. So it's like those classes that we took that we hated.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
but we learned something from it.
Yeah, like maybe organic chemistry.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to take it, but you learn something.
Right.
And you get through it.
Yeah. You come out the other side. Okay. I see what you're saying. But what about free will though? Because that's where it gets kind of dicey for me.
Yeah, the video kind of goes back and forth with this a little bit.
Yeah.
But it does seem to be saying that maybe we have a choice
Okay.
about like the broad strokes of our lives.
Okay.
But the specific lessons, the experiences we have along the way, those might be more predetermined.
Okay.
Like part of a larger plan or something.
I see. Okay. So it's like we can choose our major in college, but we don't necessarily get to choose our professors
Exactly. That's a great analogy.
or the test that we have to take.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I can kind of see that.
Mm.
And the video also defines fear as not knowing.
Right.
Right.
It's very interesting.
So maybe the more we learn, the less we fear.
Yeah, I think that's a really powerful idea, that maybe a lot of our fear comes from non-understanding things.
Okay.
And the more we learn, the more we kind of overcome that fear.
Okay. Yeah. I like that. So like we were being challenged to like step outside our comfort zone
Yeah.
and kind of, expand our knowledge and our awareness.
Right. And to embrace the unknown a little bit more.
Right. Okay. So that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
But it still leaves me wondering, what's the ultimate goal?
Yeah.
Like, what are we working toward here?
Well, the video talks about having this epiphany about love being the ultimate lesson.
Yeah.
And they describe it as like experiencing every possible feeling to its fullest all at once.
Whoa. Okay. That's intense.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of like taking love to a whole new level.
Yeah. Like beyond just romantic love or even like love for our families.
Right. It's like a more universal love that encompasses everything.
Okay. So like accepting everything, even the bad stuff.
Yeah, I think that's part of it. Embracing the full spectrum of human experience, the good, the bad, and everything in between.
Right. So like the pain, the joy, the fear, the excitement, all of it.
Exactly. And maybe by doing that, we come to a deeper understanding of what love really is.
Okay, but how do we even learn that? Like, is there a guidebook for this kind of cosmic love?
Well, that's where things get really interesting. The video suggests that maybe the zodiac is like a course catalog for this cosmic classroom.
Wait, what? You're telling me my birth chart is like my syllabus for this whole thing?
That's what the video seems to be saying.
Okay. Oh man, now my mind is officially blown.
I know, right? It's a lot to take in.
So you're saying like each zodiac sign represents different lessons we're supposed to learn?
Yeah, like each sign has its own unique set of challenges and opportunities for growth.
Okay, hold on. We need to dive deeper into this. This is getting good.
Let's do it.
I am so intrigued right now.
This is going to be fun.
I know. All right, let's take a quick break and then we'll come back and really break this down.
Sounds good.
All right, we'll be right back. All right, so we're back and we're talking about this mind-blowing idea of the zodiac as a cosmic course catalog. Each sign has its own set of lessons we're supposed to learn, right?
That's what the video suggests. Yeah, it's wild.
Okay, so let's say, for example, I'm an Aries,
Yeah.
right? Does that mean I'm here to learn about being courageous and a leader?
Yeah, it could be something like that, like really leaning into that kind of Aries energy.
Okay, so like maybe I'm going to be put in situations where I have to step up and be brave.
Exactly. You're going to be pushed outside your comfort zone to kind of master those qualities.
What about someone who's a Taurus? What kind of lessons might they be working on?
Well, Taurus is all about stability and, building things that last.
Ah, so maybe they're learning about patience and hard work.
Yeah, and also about appreciating beauty and pleasure.
Right, because Taurus is an earth sign, so they're very connected to the physical world.
Exactly. It's all about those senses, really experiencing things.
Okay, I'm starting to see how this works. But what about those parts of our charts that are, you know, kind of challenging, like the squares and oppositions?
Right, right. The so-called difficult aspects.
Yeah, so are those like the tougher lessons?
Maybe they're like the advanced courses, the ones that really push us to grow.
So instead of looking at them as bad things, we can see them as opportunities to really evolve.
Yeah, they're like the boot camp of this cosmic school.
I like that. Like the boot camp for our soul.
Exactly. And remember, it's not just about our sun sign. The whole chart tells a story.
So like all the planets and how they interact with each other.
Yeah, each planet is like a different teacher with its own unique energy and lessons.
And sometimes those teachers are tough, but they're always trying to help us learn and grow.
It's like they know what we need even when we don't.
So it's like we're all in this cosmic school together, right? Learning and growing and evolving.
And remember, the video talks about reincarnation too, so maybe we keep coming back to this cosmic classroom lifetime after lifetime.
Oh yeah, like each lifetime is just one semester in this grand school of life.
Yeah, that's the idea. We keep coming back to learn and experience new things.
And maybe we even come back with different zodiac signs so we can try out different lessons.
That's what the video seems to be saying, and it makes you wonder, right?
Yeah, it makes you think about those opposite signs in the zodiac, like, how Aries is all about action and Libra is all about balance.
Right, it's like there's this polarity built into the system.
So maybe we need to experience both sides to really understand the lesson.
Yeah, like maybe we need to be both independent and cooperative, both assertive and harmonious.
I never thought about it that way before. It's like we're constantly being challenged to find that balance within ourselves.
Exactly. And it ties back to what we were talking about before with embracing the whole spectrum of human experience, even the difficult emotions.
Right. The video made a point of saying that we need to understand darkness just as much as we understand light.
It's like you can't really appreciate joy unless you've experienced sadness.
Right. Yeah, and maybe those challenging aspects in our charts are there to help us confront those darker parts of ourselves.
So that we can learn from them and ultimately integrate them into a more whole and balanced self.
Wow, that's deep. It's like those challenging aspects are pushing us to face our shadow side.
And by facing our shadow side, we can become more compassionate and understanding of others.
Because we've been through those struggles ourselves, so we can relate to what other people are going through.
Right. And the video also talks about logic and love, saying that logic kind of provides the boundaries for love.
Oh, that's interesting. So logic is like the container, and love is the energy that flows within it.
Yeah, something like that. Like logic gives structure and love gives meaning. But it also warns us that love without understanding can be destructive.
Oh yeah, like when love becomes possessive or controlling.
Right. It's like fire. It can be powerful and transformative, but it can also burn us if we're not careful.
So maybe this cosmic classroom is teaching us how to use love wisely and compassionately.
Yeah, to understand its power and to use it for good in the world.
Okay, so this is all really fascinating, but it's a lot to take in.
It is. There's so much depth to this idea.
So if we're all in this cosmic classroom together, learning these lessons, what happens when we graduate?
Well, the video talks about enlightenment being like a graduation ceremony.
So like we finish our courses here on Earth and then we move on to something else.
That's kind of the idea, yeah.
But what does that even look like? I mean, where do we go from here?
The video hints at the possibility of there being other levels of learning, other dimensions of existence.
Whoa, so it's like we graduate from Earth School and then we go on to a cosmic master's program.
Maybe something like that. Who knows?
I mean, think about all the things we could learn. Interdimensional travel, telepathy, time manipulation, who knows what else.
Right. It really opens up the possibilities for what's out there.
I don't know about you, but that kind of blows my mind.
It's definitely mind expanding.
So instead of thinking about Earth as this prison planet where we're trapped, we can see it as this amazing opportunity to learn and grow.
To explore the universe and to discover our true potential.
And to experience love in all its forms, even the tough kind.
Yeah, it's all part of the journey.
I'm really starting to see things differently now. It's like we've been given a whole new way of looking at the world.
And at ourselves, right?
Yeah, it's like this cosmic classroom concept gives us a deeper understanding of who we are and why we're here.
And it gives us a sense of purpose and direction, even when things are tough.
It's like instead of asking, what does my future hold? I can ask, what am I here to learn?
That's a powerful shift in perspective.
Okay, so we've talked about this idea of the zodiac as a course catalog, but I'm still curious to learn more about how this actually works.
Yeah, let's break it down sign by sign and see what kind of lessons each one might offer.
All right, let's dive into the specifics of this cosmic curriculum. All right, so we're talking about the zodiac as this like cosmic course catalog, with each sign having its own like special set of lessons. It's like a personalized curriculum for our soul, right?
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. It's like our birth charts are our study guides for this lifetime.
So, okay, if someone has a strong Aries influence, what kind of lessons might they be focusing on?
Well, Aries is all about like taking initiative and being courageous.
Yeah, it's like that fiery go-getter energy.
Exactly. So they might find themselves in situations where they're called upon to be leaders or to step up and fight for what they believe in.
Okay, so it's like the universe is pushing them to develop their leadership skills and their courage.
Right. And maybe they'll make mistakes along the way, but that's all part of the learning process.
And what about someone with a strong Taurus influence? What kind of lessons might they be working on?
Well, Taurus is all about stability and sensuality and, enjoying the good things in life.
So maybe they're learning about patience and perseverance.
Yeah, and also about appreciating beauty and creating things that last.
Right, because Taurus is an earth sign. So they're very grounded and practical.
Exactly. They might be drawn to things like gardening or cooking or building things with their hands.
I'm starting to see how each sign brings its own unique energy to the cosmic classroom.
Yeah, it's like everyone has their own strengths and talents to contribute.
But what about those, like, difficult aspects in our charts? The squares and oppositions and stuff.
Right, the ones that astrologers often say bring challenges.
Yeah. Are those like the harder lessons in this cosmic curriculum?
Maybe they're like the advanced courses, the
Mm.
ones that really push us to grow.
So instead of seeing them as negative, we can see them as opportunities for like accelerated learning.
Yeah, like those classes that are tough, but you learn so much from them.
Okay, so it's like taking an honors class in the school of life.
Exactly. And remember, the beauty of a birth chart is that it's not just about our sun sign, it's the whole picture with all the planets and their interactions.
So like each planet is kind of like a different teacher in this cosmic school, right?
Yeah, offering their own unique wisdom and lessons.
And some teachers are stricter than others,
That's true. Some lessons are easier to learn than others.
but it's all part of the grand plan, right? It's all designed to help us evolve.
I think so. I think that's the beauty of it.
So if we look at our birth charts with this cosmic classroom idea in mind, it can really help us understand ourselves better
Absolutely. It can help us see our strengths and our challenges in a new light.
and maybe even help us make sense of some of the difficult experiences we've been through.
Right. It can give us a sense of purpose and direction, even when things are tough.
So instead of asking, why is this happening to me? We can ask, what am I supposed to learn from this?
Exactly. It's a powerful shift in perspective.
So we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive. We've explored the contrasting ideas of a prison planet and a cosmic classroom. We've delved into the depths of love as a universal force.
And we've discovered the potential of the zodiac as a roadmap for our soul's evolution.
We've challenged our assumptions and expanded our imaginations. And hopefully we've gained a new perspective on the meaning and purpose of our lives.
That's what it's all about, really.
But this is just the beginning, right? The learning never truly ends in this cosmic classroom.
That's right. There's always more to discover, more to explore.
So keep asking questions, keep seeking wisdom, and most importantly, keep sharing your unique light with the world.
That's what makes this journey so beautiful. We're all in this together, learning and growing and supporting each other along the way.
Until next time, happy exploring.